Hello, welcome to another episode of Clues, Cues and Reviews, and today we're bringing you the recent chapter of One Piece. What a chapter. So much information. It was brilliant. One thing we always find happens after a break with One Piece, the next chapter is just brilliant. I don't know what it is, I don't know if he takes some Weetos over the break or he has his Weetabix, but Oda always delivers after a break, more so than normal. Anyway, before getting any further, I will be doing a review. I want to give my shout outs to the author of World Trigger. He's not doing so well right now. He works so hard on his manga. I know people probably watch this just for the One Piece, but my respects to that mangaka. He's worked really hard. Unfortunately, he's ill, and there won't be any reviews until he actually releases the chapter, but get well soon. Anyway, on to the review. Won't be 5 points. I'm just going to be rolling them off. There's so much things to talk about, and I'll try to get the ones that are most important to me. Hopefully enjoy. Moving on. So, the chapter. So much happens in such little time. So much shown in such little time and space. Now, you know the chapter, you've seen the chapter. If you haven't, please read the chapter, and hopefully you'll see these things and maybe a few more things. Let's talk about one of the key things here. Luffy gets his ass kicked. That is what it is. We could talk about all sorts of different things. He loses, but he takes out a lot of them in the process. For a guy to even say that, look, I'm surprised that he nearly took all of us out. What this shows you, that even in a weakened state, he is a formidable dude. He's weakened because he went to war with basically one of the main commanders for Big Mom, and he hadn't fully recovered because they were rushing to see Sanji. What this tells you is if he was, fully healthy, he probably would have won. What this also tells you is from a progression point of view, he isn't ready to be Pirate King. The reason why, because even in a kind of a weakened state, a Pirate King, the most free, the most formidable pirate above everybody else, above the Yonko, need to be able to deliver the goods even in a weakened state. Look at Whitebeard, he did damage. Okay, it's partly to do with his ability and his devil fruit that time, but he was an old man, he was sick, he was dying, and he did damage. This shows that even at this stage of the story, Luffy has space to grow to be even better, and he probably would have kicked their asses had he been on full strength. Get that out of the way. Now let's talk about that sequence. First of all, that crew that he fought have some crazy abilities. That sweet cream ability, the book ability, so many abilities. The way that there's a point where he got caught in a book story and he was like an illusion, and then he got caught in between a haki punch, and I was like, whoa, that's like a rock and a hard place of haki. He literally got bombarded, but even then, nearly beaten unconscious, he still wants to keep his promise. Now the whole situation with the Vivre Guard came up. They said they were friends, they're going to get taken, it's going to hopefully change the situation. So much going on. Another thing to point out, Lady Amandi has a Maito. The white fish in English translation apparently is called. Brilliant. I love the swords. Mainly because there's so many of them. There's a 12, there's a 21, there's a 50. Zoro looks to find the best ones to become the best swordsman. So does Tashigi. I like that part of the lore building, that there's one more out there. We finally see one. We've seen the Durandal by Cavendish. We've now seen this one. I like the fact that we've got that. So I enjoyed that part. Then we had this whole segment about Big Mom saying, look, I'll overlook everything. Make sure this wedding goes properly. No funny business. No running away. No, none of that. She basically wants patty cake, and she basically wants the German 66 army. That's basically what she wants. What if none of that happens? What if they get married and they still run away? What if they get married and German 66 just betrayed them, or the leader, Mr. Judge, betrays them? It's quite a possibility. She might get what she wants in the short term, but not necessarily the long term. That's my guess. Anyway, so that was the first segment. Then, information overload. Tomogo as the conduit for this information. Bravo. Thank you. Oda, thank you. Throughout this story, we've heard loads of stuff from Robin's perspective, from about the Void Century, about details of the true nature of the world government, and then we find out a little intricate detail. So we found out recently about the road poneglyphs, right? There are 4 of them. We now find out there's 9 real poneglyphs that tell the truth of the world, and there's 30 or approximately 30, give or take, around the world. And basically, Big Mama has at least 3. So she has 1 road poneglyph and 2 other ones, which means she has technically 10% of the poneglyphs in the world. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that. But then it goes beyond that. Then we see one of the sweet commanders, Lady Smoothie. She's one of the daughters. She's the 14th daughter. Her name is Charlotte Smoothie. Her bounty is 932 million. Yes, 932 million. So she's supposed to be stronger than Cracker. And her ability, she literally squeezes the juice out of humans. She had someone up, squeezing them, threw them down, made some drink. Nice little, carbonated soft drink. Hopefully it was a Coke or something like that. Not sponsored by them. Knocks it back and he's like, alright, cool, I'll do what I need to do. They are increasing security for these poneglyphs. Why? Because they know Pedro is there. And then we find out more about Pedro. It's like there's so much going on, and then we find it's just overload. I love this chapter. We find out that 5 years ago, Pedro was the captain of the Mink tribe, so he was the official representative of the Mink tribe who went out, more than likely, with Peckham's, right? And then he was going to steal the poneglyph. He got caught, he got his ass kicked, but his life was spared because Peckham said, please, I'll join you, let me go. He didn't really say that, I'm assuming this part, but that's probably more than likely what's happened. They spared his life, he went on his way, and basically that was his shame. But who kicked his ass? That is an interesting question. The way Tamago was saying it seemed like it may have been Tamago. But we now know that people are stronger than Tamago there as well. So there could be a few different people. There's that other fellow with the big hat, wears a mask and the big sword. It could have been him. I forget his name. Bobbins, I think his name is. Bobbins, yeah. So there's that. But then at the end, Soul Brook, my man, the Soul King, is actually listening into all of this. Is listening into all this. And the plan is set in motion. They know Pedro is there. They don't know Brook is there. Or do they? Be a distraction. Be the bait. Please, Pedro, do not die. I do not want you to die. If you do survive, I want you to join the Straw Hat Fleet. You're supposed to be powerful. You're a cool ass dude. And you're a mink. So, please do not die. That's all I want now. Do not die. Now, something occurred to me just now. Pirate King. Gotta do soap. Soul King. It just came to my mind. I wanted to share it. Anyway, that is my review. One take, no break. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, and share all that good stuff. And let me know what you think in the comment section below or across on Reddit. As always, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for watching my reviews. I'll see you next time.